These unusual looking stalks are the inflorescences of voodoo lilies, the dragon plant, or leopard arum, or umbrella arum. There are about 230 species in this genus. They mainly grow from Africa across Asia to Japan and Australia. Some of the species grow in wet habitats and climates, and some grow in climates that dry out some of the year and the plants go dormant. This is the same genus that includes what is often called the world's largest unbranched inflorescence, or to the general public, the world's largest flower, the Titan arum. It can grow over 10 feet high and several feet across. These are only 46 inches and 56 inches tall and just, 6 inches or 8 inches wide. These are Amorphophallus konjac. They get the common name of voodoo lily because they send up a flower from the tuber without even being planted. As you can see here, this is just growing. I have it stuck in some soil just to kind of hold it in place. They are one of the species that has a dormant period. When the bulbs are small, they send up a new leaf in the spring. And when the bulbs are mature, they send up a flower stalk first, and the leaf comes out a month or so later. So these will be leafing out for the summertime. They have only one flower stalk and one leaf each year. The flower stalk is more correctly called an inflorescence. It has a ruffled maroon spathe that surrounds the spadix flower spike. There are female flowers at the base of the spadix, and they are receptive to pollen for only 1 day or two. During that time, they release a scent that smells like rotting meat that attracts flies. Right now, these things stink, and there's flies flying all over the place here. After the day or two and the female flowers are done blooming, the flies visit the flower. The smell still lingers, and they pick up the pollen because the male flowers start a day or two after the female flowers, and so they get to the pollen of a different plant and they bring it to the new plant that has the female flowers. The bulb is planted when the leaf is going to come out. They grow in moist soil that is rich in organic matter, and they can be fertilized regularly. The roots grow out of the top of the bulb, so the bulb or the tuber is buried about as deep as the size of the bulb. So these will go down 6 or 8 inches, whereas these other ones will go down 3 or 4 inches. The tubers do send out offsets, which are round or cylindrical, and they both will grow into new plants. The only pests they seem to have are nematodes and root mealybugs that both affect the tuber. Occasionally a caterpillar will feed on the leaf. Speaking of feeding on the plant, the tuber is toxic if eaten raw, but edible if you cook it correctly to remove the calcium oxalate crystals. The starchy tuber is sometimes processed into a vegan substitute for gelatin. In Japan, it can be used to make a flour that makes shirataki noodles. I'm going to show you here's what happens if you leave them sideways in the overwinterings. The gravitropic response causes the inflorescence to come out sideways, and so it's all crooked here. Now this is going to die off and the leaf is going to come, and so when this dies off, I'll plant the tuber correctly and horizontally here, and the leaf will come out just fine. And so these are about 3 inches across, and they're the blooming size. The ones that are smaller that came off of these two larger bulbs, there goes one that's run away. I've got a few that are just a couple inches, and I've got handfuls that are like the new potato size of just 1 inch or so across. And there are a few in here that are the cylindrical kind of rhizomes that grow across inside the soil, and they will send out at the little pink growing tip here, and so these will grow just as well as the normal round tuber shaped ones. So if you can find these at a nursery in the summertime, that's great. A lot of times you're going to have to mail order these things, and you're probably only going to get these smaller tubers. You'll be lucky to get one that's 2 or 3 inches across, but they grow fairly quickly. You're going to get one leaf in the summer. It's going to go dormant. Next year, if it's bigger, then it may bloom, or it may take a couple years. But these are fun plants to have around, but not indoors this time of year because they really smell. The leaf is very interesting. The Amorphophallus konjac has only one leaf and one flower each year. The leaf has a long vertical petiole that looks like a camouflaged trunk. The leaf blade branches out horizontally in 3 or 4 or 5 directions, so it's not just bipinnate, it's tri or quadruply pinnate. It has leaflets that are all spread out all over it. They kind of look like a wind-blown umbrella. It's very tropical looking. It can be 3 to 5 feet high and wide. The bigger the tuber, the bigger the leaf. They are tropical and they like temperatures in the 70s. The tuber can be grown outdoors in zone 7 and higher. The rest of us bring the tuber indoors for the winter after the leaf turns yellow and dies back. And they can be grown in partial shade to full shade. If you're looking for a plant to be the center of attention in your garden, give this Voodoo Lily a try. And this is Jeff with the Green Review. Thanks for watching.